All right, guys, we are definitely getting close now. This is kind of an unusual lock. This is a Wise lock. It's called a concentric tube lock. Now, this is going to be very difficult for me to show because Lock Picking Lebowski has mounted this upside down and backwards, but I will reposition the camera. But I want you to know what is inside of here. And with the aid of these professionally produced training aids, hopefully we can do that. There are actually 3 tubes inside of here, one being the center pin, and then a middle pin, and an outer pin. And they're all, of course, it's like a pin in pin in pin, kind of arranged like that. And so what you need to do is push these, of course, to the correct depth to align everything. Now, these do come with little steps and other kinds of anti-picking measures. I don't know if this one has it or not. And then the shear line is actually right here. I can get this down so it will focus correctly. So the shear line being here, and you can see there's a break. So this whole thing will rotate. There's a little bit of give, a little bit of slop in there right now. But I want you to see what we're doing. They're not really that difficult to pick. They're just really interesting and unusual locks. Again, quite old and quite collectible. So what I'm going to do is rotate them like this. I'm going to reposition the camera and figure out a way to get the camera to look in there and also get some light up inside of this crevice, because that's where those concentric pins are. So give me a second and we will see if we can't get this thing picked. All right, guys, I got this oriented as best I can. I know Lock Picking Lebowski wanted us to pick it upside down and backwards, so that's what we're going to try to do here. I think I can just turn it like this. I hope that light shows on those pins, and then I can use my finger, I think, to turn it or put pressure on it. What I'm going to do, first, let me show you where all the pins are. Here we have a center pin. I think that's well lit. We have an outer pin, which got a little bit weird angle here for me. Very powerful spring on that guy. And then we have the center ring. I think we're trying to do this through the camera lens. There you go, right there. Usually these, at least initially, bind on the outer ring. Now, as it passes over, it may bind in a different sequence. We have to pick some of them twice, but let's try it. So let's apply a little tension there. I'm going to start on the outer ring. And see what we got. Very powerful spring, but you see we got a little, we just went right to that false. Let's do it again because they're so easy. This is really the only one these locks give up. Just apply moderate tension and then slide that ring in until you get a false set. And now the depth of a false set is equal to the thickness of the outer ring, and I guess that makes perfect sense. Then go to the second ring because you know he's got to be the binder next. And the trick here, of course, is alignment. And again, we got a little bit deeper false set. And again, it's because the depth of the false set is the same width of the outer and inner ring. Now, hopefully, this will be it. If I push the center pin, we should get an open, or he's going to get hung up as he progresses to the second and the third ring. So there's really no way to tell if you're quick. Come on. Man, that's a strong spring. If you're quick, you can usually push it past both of those other shear lines. And in this case, I didn't. So we're hung up on one of the other 2 rings, and I don't know which one. So let's find out. Let's start with the outer one first. And he's got a little play to him. Okay, so he was hung up. Try to pick that second or middle ring. If I can do it without falling off. Okay. Outer ring is good. Let me put a screwdriver in here because I really can't snag that with the... Okay, he's still springy, so I'm not going to mess with him. Let's go back with the center probe, or the center post. See if that's what's holding us up. And I think now what's holding me up is the width of this probe is now getting hung up in the outer part of this little channel. So let's try a thinner probe. Okay, so he's not it. He's not it. Come on. Let's get that probe back, because that's the real powerful spring on that outer one. Try not to lose it, Bill. Ooh. And there we go. Well, my probe got stuck in there, but you see what I'm talking about. All right, so we got it open. this one, and I think we can rest assured that the Lock Picking Lebowski picked it on purpose. That center part, the center core of that one, was like incredibly deep. I would not have expected that. I've never run into that before, but it doesn't mean, obviously, that it wasn't possible. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. One more to go, guys. One more to go. And there it is.